The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
We now take you live
To the Central Texas Command Center.
in the heart of the resistance. You are listening to The Alex Jones Show.
I'm just processing all of this. As I've been saying every day the last few months, it's one thing to intellectually know all of this and to understand it at a very deep, sophisticated level, and to be able to integrate all the information together to the point of years later, I will get government documents that are word for word my breakdown analysis before I ever get the documents. That's the level of understanding I've got. Just like somebody who's been a football coach for 20 years, gets better and better and better at understanding football if they've got the mind for it. Well, I don't study football or baseball or acting cool or social graces or pleasantries. I don't study, butterflies. I study geopolitical movements, history, how governments operate, who the globalists are. And I'm telling you, we are facing the equivalent of a Soviet-style Red Terror takeover. And it transcends Bill Clinton and George Bush and Barack Obama. They're just front men. Everybody's going to get upset about Ed Obama for everything that's coming down, and he's a horrible teleprompter reading, foundation-funded globalist, New World Order trash. But he's still just a front man, still just a puppet. Now, I want to get into the money bomb, and then I'm going to get into the financial news. Gold at all-time record highs today. It just continues. Dollar continues to plunge. And we're going to get into this military takeover situation ahead of Lou Dobbs scheduled to be joining us later in the next hour. And I'll bring this up to him and other issues, and we'll talk about the deteriorating situation in Mexico. Remember, this global financial implosion is happening everywhere. They've got riots and troops on the streets all over Europe right now. They're about a year or two ahead of us. You understand that? Now this could all break loose this week. It could break loose in December. It could break loose, generally plunges come in October. It could break loose 2 years from now. But it's this slow slide into depression. But now they're saying they want your pension funds. What are people going to do when the globalists come in and start trying to take your pension funds? And guys, I know you reprinted me that article about the pension funds. Is it in there in the printer? Watson's article from Monday about Feds announced they're going to take private pension funds. Need that article ASAP, please. Again, I saw them making preparations for this 5 years ago. And I've seen what the IMF and World Bank Consortium's done in every other nation that they run. Look what they're doing in Greece right now. Look what they're doing in Spain right now. Look what they're trying to do in Germany right now and in France right now. So we know what they're going to do. But it is another thing to actually see them come out with the announcements and the trial balloons that they are moving into this. Hey, we got plenty of paper. Just print it again. Yeah. Thanks. Now, it is the 2010 global transmission against tyranny. I think it's obvious to anyone that this radio show is spot on. It's obvious to anyone that this radio show is one of the key major platforms where we bring so many different guests, analysts, congresspeople, academics on to expand all of our overall understanding of what we are facing as a society and how to stop it. We know there's a criminal takeover, that we are in the deep, deep phase that is only going to intensify of a total conversion into classical despotism. They're using poverty as a weapon to make you all dependent on this system. So you're so busy just trying to pay the bills and the taxes and, to keep your children safe that you can't stand up and can't get involved. They're announcing that they are surveilling Tea Parties and conservatives and libertarians and everyone in an attempt to intimidate everybody with a chilling effect. We must respond to this intimidation by intensifying our resistance to their criminal activities. We need to be bold and say, we're the good guys. We don't care if you're surveilling us. We're surveilling you and exposing you out in the open. We are out in the light. You're operating in the darkness, and we're going to poke holes in this iron curtain of propaganda and disinformation, and we're going to let the sunshine in. We don't have anything to hide. We're the good guys. You are the bad guys. Now, there are many good people that work within the system who are compartmentalized, but you still work for a completely wicked system. It is now coming out that almost all the mortgages are complete frauds, and they're stealing tens of thousands of people's houses that they don't even own and that are paid for. We told you that years ago. Now it's mainstream news. That'll give you an idea of how bold these criminals are. Now, here is what is coming up today in the 24-plus hour transmission. We have, of course, the live regular radio show with Lou Dobbs and Alan Watt until 2 p.m. We will continue at 3. We will air a never-before-seen, commercial-free video interview with Lord Christopher Monckton. We then have David Icke joining us. We then have Paul Craig Roberts joining us. We then have a never-before-seen interview with Alan Watt, video interview we're going to be airing and rolling over the radio. We then have live guest Joel Skousen, Dr. Stan Monteith, Jeffrey M. Smith interview. We have Richard Reeves in studio at midnight with us till 2 a.m. We'll be taking phone calls. We have a second part of a video interview never before seen with Alan Watt. Then the Catherine Austin Fitz powerhouse interview. Then the Dr. Childress interview on eugenics. The Dr. Sherry Tenpenny interview on vaccines. At 6 a.m., we have live Max Keiser. At 7 a.m., at 6 a.m., we have Keiser. At 7 a.m., we have Gerald Salente joining us for 2 hours. At 9 a.m., we have Webster Griffin Tarpley. At 10 a.m., we have a live interview with Paul Craig Roberts. At 11 a.m., I go live taking your phone calls. And then after 25 hours of live broadcast myself, Paul Watson sits in the second and third hour via video Skype from the United Kingdom. It's freezing in my studio, and I'm so upset by what's happening and how real all this is. I'm actually sweating. My palms are sweating. My face is sweating, and it's 66 degrees in here. I like it cold. I'm looking at the thermostat over there behind the camera. I wish I was wrong. I wish none of this was true. Here's the good news. We reached our goal about 20 minutes before showtime at about 10:40. Tim Frugier, the head of the shipping back office, came in and showed me the numbers. We've raised $101,000. I want to thank you all and salute you. Unfortunately, $100,000 is only half a month's operating capital. It cost over $2 million. And I've discovered with taxes that, like when we built the new studio over there, they call that an improvement, even though I don't own the building, and I have to pay taxes on that. I mean, people are like, well, just don't pay taxes. Yeah, they come arrest me in 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. But it's that type of insanity where I guess I didn't know what I was doing, or I didn't listen to the CPA. That's another issue. Just to explain how all this works, where I try to spend almost all the money that comes in on the operation. And then, of course, taxes get paid through the employees and other things, but I try to spend almost all of it. And then I find out, oh, you've got to pay all these taxes because it's seen as profit when I build a studio. It's seen as an asset. I mean, I'm talking about the walls, folks, not the computers, not the equipment. You can expense some of that out, but the point is $200,000 a month. Now, it should be a little bit lower later this year because we've been building the social network, getting our own bigger servers. That was $100,000. Building the $180,000 shell of the studio, and that was with the company that owns this putting in the other, $300,000. And I'm not the best businessman in the world. I mean, I'm not. I'm busy just analyzing information. But the point is that $500,000 sounds like a lot. That $500,000 is being put in a special account so that all of it goes directly into buying the equipment, hiring the people, and running this system for the next year just on that new module, that new end. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen the numbers for, say, a CNN studio, and they've got dozens of them, or a Fox studio. You're talking $10 million for one studio. Now we're doing it with the building and the people and the computers and the prosumer gear, $400,000 or so. The other $100,000 for the social network and the servers. And boy, is that a hassle, actually building a first-rate one. But that should be ready next month. The point is we're always doing everything we're doing here, working, building, doing all the news stories, dealing with everything that's happening, doing interviews, and then I've got to do everything else on top of it, or things would move even quicker. But we've still done a great job. Look at what we've been able to do. So we need to, by 11 a.m. tomorrow, raise another $400,000, or $399,000 if you want to be technical, because we've raised $101,000 as of an hour ago. I'm sure it's more now. So InfowarsMoneybomb.com, InfowarsMoneybomb.com. Please get the video that Aaron Dykes put on the Alex Jones channel at YouTube. It's also at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. In fact, remind the guys to repost that to the front page. I want to keep that up today. That key 12-minute video that shows everything we've done and how we're under attack. Get that out to everyone you know. The biggest thing you can do is email your friends, your family, Twitter it out, your Facebook, YouTube, make videos about the ongoing money bomb, post them everywhere, call your friends and family, tell them, even if they don't have a local AM and FM in their area, and more we do have that, they can listen on global shortwave. That's all listed, or the free streams, the audio streams at Infowars.com. You can also watch us if you're a member at prisonplanet.tv. We have a